are providing only 20% video as a part of promotion. For remaining 80%, that is 6 to 8 articles, current affairs video and general studies complete videos, please subscribe to our complete package. 1. ISRO puts fifth GPS satellite in orbit. Why did India decided to build its own navigational system? Has India got minimum required navigational satellites to offer navigation? How does navigation satellite system works? How can you locate yourself using navigation? How does our IRNSS will work? How can IRNSS gives a superior quality location accuracy than the American GPS system? What are the uses of having own navigational system for India? Presently, which countries are having their own navigational systems? GS3, Indigenization of technology. Why recently in news? PSLV C-31 successfully put into orbit IRNSS-1E, the fifth satellite of the Indian Regional Navigation Satellite System, IRNSS, after its successful launch from the Satish Dhawan Space Center, Sriharikota. PSLV C-31 for the 11th time used XL version of PSLV IRNSS-1E, with a lift-off mass of 1,425 kilograms, carried navigation payload and ranging payload. The ranging payload of IRNSS-1E consists of a C-band transponder which facilitates accurate determination of the range of the satellite. IRNSS-1E also carries corner cube retroreflectors for laser ranging. Why did India decided to build its own navigational system? The Indian Regional Navigation Satellite System, IRNS, is an autonomous regional satellite navigation system being developed by the Indian Space Research Organization. The requirement of such a navigation system is driven because access to foreign government-controlled global navigation satellite systems is not guaranteed in hostile situations, as happened to the Indian military depending on American GPS during the Kargil War. Thus for India scares of data theft, data manipulation and spying were always present. India's road to own navigational system. 7 satellites with the prefix IRNSS-1 will constitute the space segment of the Indian Regional Navigation Satellite System. IRNSS-1A, the first of the 7 satellites of the IRNSS constellation, was launched on board PSLV C-22 on the 1st of July 2013. IRNSS-1B is the second out of 7 through PSLV C-24 rocket on the 4th of April 2014. IRNSS-1C is the third out of 7 in the INS was successfully launched using India's PSLV C-26 on the 16th of October 2014. IRNSS-1D is the fourth out of 7 and the INRSS was launched using India's PSLV C-27 on the 28th of March 2015. IRNSS-1E will be the fifth out of 7 in the Indian Regional Navigation Satellite System series of satellites system. It was launched on January 20, 2016. IRNSS-1F will be the 6th and IRNSS-1G will be 7th of the Indian Regional Navigation Satellite System series of satellites. Launch of the both is planned in March 2016, which will become a record for ISRO as it never launched 2 satellites in a single month ever since its inception. How does navigation satellite system works? A satellite navigation system consists of 3 parts. The network of satellites. a control station somewhere on Earth that manages the satellites, and the receiving device you carry with you. Each satellite is constantly beaming out a radio wave signal toward Earth. The receiver listens out for these signals and, if it can pick up signals from 3 or 4 different satellites, it can figure out your precise location, including your altitude. How can you locate yourself using navigation? If your satellite receiver picks up a signal from the yellow satellite, you must be somewhere on the yellow sphere. If you're also picking up signals from the blue and red satellites, you must be at the black dot where the signals from the 3 satellites meet. You need a signal from a minimum of 3 satellites to fix your position this way, and 4 satellites if you want to find your altitude as well. Since there are many more GPS satellites, there's more chance you'll be able to locate yourself wherever on Earth you happen to be. How does our IRNSS work? The proposed system would consist of a constellation of 7 satellites and a support ground segment. 3 of the satellites in the constellation will be located in geostationary orbit at 32.5 degrees east, 83 degrees east, and 131.5 degrees east longitude. 2 of the GSOs will cross the equator at 55 degrees east and 2 at 111.75 degrees east. Such an arrangement would mean all 7 satellites would have continuous radio visibility with Indian control stations. The satellite payloads would consist of atomic clocks and electronic equipment to generate the navigation signals, and these will be observed in Master Control Center. How can IRNSS gives a superior quality location accuracy than the American GPS system? Unlike American GPS, ISRO is recommending a small additional hardware in handheld devices that can receive S-band signals from IRNSS satellites and inclusion of a code in the phone software to receive L-band signals. Both these L and S-band signals received from 7 satellite constellation of the ERNs are being calculated by a special embedded software which reduces the errors caused by atmospheric disturbances significantly. This in turn gives a superior quality location accuracy than the American GPS system, says a senior ISRO official. The 2 types of services provided by ERNs are as follows. Standard Positioning Service, SPS. This will be provided to all users. Restricted Service, RS. This is an encrypted service that will be provided to authorized users only, including the military. What are the uses of having own navigational system for India? The applications of IRNSS include disaster management, vehicle tracking and fleet management, integration with mobile phones, terrestrial navigation aid for travelers, visual and voice navigation for drivers, and more. The system is intended to provide an absolute position accuracy of better than 10 meters throughout Indian landmass and better than 20 meters in the Indian Ocean, as well as a region extending approximately 1,500 kilometers around India. It is clear that IRNSS will be used for defense purposes as well. ISRO also aims to make signals available not only to India and surrounding countries but also to the entire globe. Presently, which countries are having their own navigational systems? Currently, the world primarily uses United States Global Positioning System, GPS, which has become synonymous as an important navigational tool. Then comes Russia's GLONASS, This too has been trickling down to end users as an effective navigation systems worldwide. China has their own Baidu navigation satellite system, which is based on just 2 satellite constellations, compared to India's 7. Baidu is still under construction, and American GPS is the primary source for Chinese as of now. Galileo is a satellite-based navigation system of Europeans, currently under development. The quasi-zenith satellite system is Japan's regional navigational system,